My name is Noé Brenas. I'm a French intern here at PSCORE. I'm part of the research team, and I'm in Korea also for an exchange as part of my Master in International Law at SNU.
Hello, my name is Julie. I'm a French university student. I study human rights, peace building, and conflict resolution in Sciences Po Lille in France.
And hello, my name is Nahia. I am also a French student at Sciences Po but in Toulouse, and I study political sciences.
I really thought it was a great opportunity to not only learn more about the current situation in the DPRK, but also about the different UN mechanism that exist and how the different delegations, the UNDP, UNICEF, and so on, debate on the hot topic such as the SDGs.
We are actually both interns at PSCORE, so that's the way we learn about it.
It was mostly when we had that opportunity. It was mostly to learn about the UN and train about discussing, negotiating, and also to learn more about an aspect of the North Korea that we don't really study in PSCORE. We are more focused on human rights. So now it was the occasion to discuss about humanitarian issues and this kind of things.
I was part of the UNDP, so United Development Program, within the data and human rights strategic priority.
I was the delegate of the World Health Organization for the first strategic priority group, which was food and nutrition security.
I was the United Nations Development Program Delegates, UNDP, at the Strategy Priority 2, which was social development services.
My experience in my delegation went actually very well. I feel like everybody really added their inputs. All the different delegations covered all the a large variety of topics that we wanted to cover throughout the 3 days of the conference.
It was really enriching. We had the occasion to talk to a lot of different people from all around the world. It was really interesting to have all of their opinions and also to have all the point of views of different the different UN organizations to see how they all have a different perspective, even though they all agree on the fact that we have to solve the humanitarian crisis and realize the SDGs. It's not exactly the same strategy all the time.
So, and both governments too. There was the DPRK and Morocco, so it was really interesting to have their point of view too. It was different from the agencies, so
and to have that more realistic approach of having different points of view, especially as most of the reports that we've read before are made recommendations from a group of experts or from only one side, and it was nice to have both of them to discuss together and to make a more realistic approach.
There was a lot of work to prepare beforehand. We really had to know our topic super well. We wanted to know what the different delegation, what would be the opinion of the different delegation on certain specific topics. So it was mainly research, having notes of what you want to, how your delegation would act in a very specific situation. And so it was a lot of preparation for that.
For me, I read a lot of reports and reports about what my agencies have done in the DPRK or in Korea in general, and read a lot of reports.
Yeah, same. I read a lot of reports from the UN, from my organization, so the WHO, but also from the DPRK, the Voluntary National Review, which was very different from the other reports. And also, I guess, as we are intern in PSCORE, we already have background knowledge about the DPRK, so it was maybe a bit easier.
And I don't know you, but I watch a lot of YouTube videos to learn about what's a Model UN, because I didn't know, so I was like, okay, maybe I can try to do a video how to be the best delegate.
And the video is from PSCORE. The interviews were really enriching too.
I had one main concern. It was about the online format, because since the UN Model UNSF is all about debates, making compromise discussions with different people and delegations, I was afraid that the online format would curb the possibility to have deep and thorough debates. But in the end, thanks to GatherTown, it was the software we used for the conference. We really had a nice, an open dialogue with everyone, and of course it would have been probably better on site, but it was not that disturbing in the end.
Yeah, it was the first time for both of us,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a bit stressful.
For me, it was like speaking, because the person here are so intelligent and like so confident about what they are talking about. So I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, being able like to debate with someone,
Yeah.
negotiate with someone in English, even though we talk in English in everyday life, like in this formal setting, having a very precise debate in English and being able to be convincing was a challenge,
Yeah.
and also to be sure that we actually understood the role of our organization, UN organization or country organization for other people, and to make sure that we actually represent their views was a bit challenging.
The conference went really well. Despite the online format, we managed to cover a vast variety of topics, ranging from having a special committee within the DPRK to the sanctions, the international sanctions on the DPRK. We also mentioned a nuclear program, which was very interesting. And I really feel that everybody really put the efforts into it, which in the end created a great result.
Pretty well.
Yeah, it was run really smoothly.
Yeah. The first day was hard, I think.
Yeah.
Because we were both
First.
beginners, but it was really interesting.
Yeah, the strategic priority debates at first, we were all a bit shy and we didn't really know what to say, like where to start. And then, especially thanks to the role of the resident coordinators, who did a great job. It ran all smoothly, and the admin team also, of course.
The admin team was also always there, so they kind of helped us to go smoothly.
I think the conference was pretty well structured. The resident coordinator really helped to organize and structurize the debates. However, I would point out one downside though, is that I feel like it must have been a harder job for the DPRK delegation because they were the bad person, and so every delegation was basically against the DPRK. So I would maybe recommend for future Model UNSF conference to have more than one delegate per in the DPRK delegation to have more convincing power, because as I said, it might have been harder for that delegation since all the other delegation were criticizing what the DPRK delegation was doing.
Well, first, it's really impressive the amount of
work
work they did. Especially as we are PSCORE interns, we saw both sides of the organization. So the organization committee, also the PSCORE team, and we also participated in the conference. So especially compared to the amount of work they had to do, it was really well organized and everything ran smoothly.
I would probably have to say I learned that in negotiations you must be ready to compromise, but to a certain limit. So you must be really prepared on knowing on what topic you want to draw the line and where that line would be for you in those different topics. So be willing to compromise, but knowing where your limit is. I guess all the delegation had to compromise. We cannot, of course, we are asking a lot from the DPRK, but realistically speaking, they could not agree to all of our requests. So we had to find the middle ground, and I think in the final draft paper we we managed to do that.
It's difficult. I think the thing I've learned, like the one thing I've learned is how to discuss with other people who have different interests and also different priorities. Even though we might have common interests, we don't have the same views on how to reach them. So yeah, learning how to discuss with people. But I guess it was both. Like, I can't say only one thing that I've learned from that conference. I would say both in substance and in form. So negotiating with people, but also like on very precise topics.
And we learned a lot too by the defectors.
Yeah, the demonstration was a really good idea.
So we learned very typical things about North Korea, and it was really helpful for us to suggest new things with other people. So
especially we like all the information we had them through UN reviews, reports, and so having her point of view about what is important and what is the main issue in North Korea was a really good input, and especially the Q&A session was really enriching.
I would encourage them to participate to the Model UNSF. I think it's a great opportunity to learn more about a very important human rights topic, the DPRK, but also you can learn a lot about soft skills such as negotiations, the main one, but also, as I mentioned before, the different UN mechanism.
It's okay.
You can do it.
Yeah, at first it's a bit impressive, but yeah, it's okay. Everyone can do it. Prepare yourself.
It's okay. Even if you're not that good in English, it's okay.
And it's important like to read a lot before.
Yeah.
But also don't hesitate to talk. You
ask
will realize.
questions. The resident coordinator is always there for you to help. There is admin team too, so it's okay.
And you will always find something to say, something clever, and you will also learn from other people. And just talking with them will make the conversation progress. Don't stress.
I would advise them to prepare really well their positions on the different topics. The Model UNSF is a commitment, so if you want to get the best out of it, you probably want to really know well your topic, so prepare well in advance.
Read a lot, I think is the most important, and just go for it, just do it.
Do it.